In the heart of a tiny, cheerful village, nestled between rolling green hills and a sparkling river, lived a young boy named Leo. Leo wasn't just any boy. He had a heart full of kindness and a mind brimming with colorful dreams. His favorite thing in the world was to paint. He would spend hours with his sketchbook, capturing the beauty of the world around him, the sun-drenched meadows, the giggling brook, and the fluffy white clouds that drifted lazily across the sky. One sunny afternoon, while exploring his grandmother's dusty old attic, Leo stumbled upon a wooden box tucked away in a corner. It was carved with intricate patterns of stars and swirling leaves. Curiosity piqued. He gently lifted the lid. Inside, resting on a bed of velvet, lay a single paintbrush. It wasn't an ordinary brush. Its handle was made of smooth, polished wood that felt warm to the touch, and its bristles shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, even in the dim attic light. It felt magical. Excited, Leo rushed back to his room. He dipped the magical paintbrush into his pot of yellow paint and drew a small, happy sun on a blank piece of paper. As he lifted the brush, something incredible happened. A warm, golden light filled the room, and the little sun he had painted lifted right off the page. It hovered in the air, smiling and radiating a gentle warmth. Leo gasped in astonishment. The paintbrush was truly magical. It could bring his drawings to life. Overjoyed with his discovery, Leo couldn't wait to share his newfound magic with his village. His first thought was of old Mrs. Gable, whose garden had withered in the summer heat. Leo went to her yard, took out his paintbrush, and with strokes of vibrant reds, purples, and blues, he painted beautiful, blooming flowers all around her porch. The painted flowers sprang to life, their petals unfurling in the sunlight, filling the air with a sweet, enchanting fragrance. Mrs. Gable's eyes welled up with happy tears. "Oh, Leo," she said, her voice trembling with joy, "you've brought my garden back to life." News of Leo's magical paintbrush spread like wildfire. Soon, the entire village was buzzing with excitement. Leo, with his kind heart, wanted to help everyone. He painted a fluffy, playful kitten for a little girl named Mia, who had always felt lonely. The kitten purred and rubbed against her legs, instantly becoming her best friend. For the baker, who was running low on flour, Leo painted a sack of grain that magically appeared full to the brim. He painted colorful, bouncing balls for the children to play within the village square and delicious, ripe apples that tasted like sunshine and honey. The village had never been so full of laughter and joy. Leo's best friends, a clever little fox named Finn and a wise old owl named Oliver, were always by his side, marveling at the wonders he created. However, not everyone in the village had a kind heart. A wealthy, greedy man named Mr. Grumbles watched from his gloomy mansion on the hill. He saw the magic paintbrush not as a tool for kindness, but as a way to gain more power and riches for himself. He wanted all the magic for himself. With that brush, he muttered to his scowling cat, "Shadow, I could paint mountains of gold and castles of jewels. I must have it." One evening, as Leo and his friends were painting stars to light up the night sky, Mr. Grumbles snuck into the village square. While everyone was distracted by the twinkling, living stars, he lunged forward and snatched the magical paintbrush from Leo's hand. "This is mine now," he cackled, running back towards his mansion. Leo was heartbroken. The village, which had been so bright and full of life, suddenly felt a little dimmer. Mia's kitten looked sad, and the magical flowers seemed to droop. "We have to get it back," Leo declared, his voice determined. His friends, Finn the fox and Oliver the owl, nodded in agreement. "We're with you, Leo," said Finn bravely. "Teamwork will make us strong," added Oliver wisely. Soon, all the children of the village gathered around. They had all been touched by Leo's kindness, and now they wanted to help him. Together, they hatched a clever plan. Oliver, with his keen eyesight, flew high above Mr. Grumble's mansion and saw that he had locked the paintbrush in a tall, dark tower. Finn, being small and nimble, knew of a secret passage that led into the mansion's courtyard. The children decided to create a distraction. They gathered all the toys Leo had painted for them and made a joyful commotion at the front gate, singing and playing loudly. As Mr. Grumbles and his cat Shadow peered out the window, annoyed by the noise, Leo and Finn snuck through the secret passage. They crept up the winding stairs of the Dark Tower. Inside, they found Mr. Grumbles trying to use the paintbrush, but something was wrong. When he tried to paint a pile of gold, all that appeared was a smudge of dull, gray mud. When he tried to paint a sparkling diamond, it turned into a lump of coal. The brush wouldn't work for him. It seemed the magic only responded to a kind and selfless heart. Frustrated, Mr. Grumbles threw the brush on the floor. At that exact moment, Leo and Finn burst into the room. "Give it back!" Leo shouted. Startled, Mr. Grumbles tripped over his own feet and tumbled into a pile of dusty old sacks. Leo quickly grabbed the paintbrush. As his fingers closed around the familiar wooden handle, it began to glow brightly once more. Just then, Mr. Grumbles looked up, his face filled with despair. "Why won't it work for me?" he whimpered. "I just wanted to have something special." Looking at his sad face, Leo felt a pang of pity instead of anger. He remembered what his grandmother always said, "Kindness is a gift everyone deserves." Leo took a deep breath, dipped the brush in a splash of blue paint, and drew a small, chirping bird on the wall. The bird sprang to life and flew over to Mr. Grumbles, landing gently on his shoulder and singing a sweet, calming song. A slow smile spread across Mr. Grumbles' face, the first real smile he had worn in years. He looked at Leo, his eyes filled with a new understanding. "Thank you," he whispered. From that day on, Mr. Grumbles changed. He started sharing his wealth with the village and even helped Leo and the children paint a beautiful new playground for everyone to enjoy. Leo learned a valuable lesson that day. The magic wasn't just in the paintbrush. It was in the act of sharing and helping others. It was in the friendships he had and the joy he could bring to people. He realized that the greatest magic of all comes from the heart. And so, Leo and his friends continued to paint wonders for their village, making it the most colorful and joyful place in the world, all because they understood that when we share our gifts, the world becomes a brighter place for everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical adventure. If you loved our story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more wonderful tales. See you next time.